what up, this is Rap Hits. And so 607 Unc almost got caught lacking that no jumper. It looked like he almost got backdoored by 4 Extra.
But I'm telling you, I'm just part of no jumper. And when I tell you, I don't give a we gotta be good. You're gonna be a part of the space. We gotta be good now. We gotta be good now. You can be a part of the space. Hold on, cuz. You can be a part of the space. You can be a part of space. I don't give a fuck about being a part of space, cuz. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Talk about space.
I stand on cuz I believe it and I love my soil. And I believe it and cuz I'll take it on photo. I'm a real firm believer into my set and I love my hood. So look, hold on. And when you bring my name up, I don't give a you don't know me. You bringing my name, so I'm coming to destroy you.
I love
and as soon as they told me, oh, you got an interview with him. You know what I did? I said, oh, that's good. Yeah. Set it up. What time?
No.
I said, what time? As soon as I got here. Take your ass.
No, I love you. Extra, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Hey, look,
I love you, bro.
That's
real shit.
Hold on.
That's real street shit.
Listen, cuz, this is what I'm telling you, cuz. And since I talked to you, come on. I'm not about to rush you. Just kick back.
I don't know that.
But look,
how I know that? Look, how I know you ain't gonna rush me? How the fuck I know I'm make it out of here? That's what I'm saying. How do I know that? It's out there when I walk out there. I'm just saying, you still raging. I'm trying to let you know what I'm here for.
Hey, look. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you right now. This is what I'm trying to tell you right now.
Got me surrounded.
Look, this is what I'm trying to tell you right now. Watch what you say up on here, cuz these think you can't be caught. You could be caught. You could be found. You could, nigga, on the set, what's the name? I'm gonna get up on you, just like I just got up on you. And the first thing I'm gonna tell you, you gonna right here. I had no jump. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna flatline you right here and go to jail and laugh at. Why you wanna project? And I'm gonna be doing burpees in jail, laughing at while I collect calls.
So I just got off the phone with 607 Unc, and he no longer wants to be part of No Jumper. This is like the most unpredictable dude I've ever met in my life, because I thought that he was just like down for all but I guess when 4 Extra told him off camera that he took it as like a bad omen on some like witchcraft or voodoo or religion thing is. So he's saying that he's no longer on the Tuesday show. So tomorrow, I don't know. I'm still honestly going to keep trying to get him to pull up, just so we can at least maybe have like one final conversation on camera before he rides off into the sunset. But yeah, this has been a very hectic couple of weeks, and there's part of me that wants him to stay, and there's another part of me that is just like, okay, you're a little too much. So I just wanted to let you guys know.
Right, that's what I'm like. I love No Jumper, it's good, but the low vibrational pull, I just can't go for, right? You know, we trying to raise the vibration up high, and y'all trying to keep it low. That's all I gotta go. That's what I gotta go. I mean, who gets surrounded by 40 Crips at work? I mean, 50 Crips from the 40s, right? I don't know. Eating on tables, yeah, gorillas, yeah, that's a bad work environment.
So 4 Extra found out that 607 Unc was pulling up, so he wanted to know when and where, you know, what time and all that. And so he found out, and then, you know, played it cool, and then made sure that interview happened, because he had smoke with 607 Unc. And look, when 607 pulled up with his 10 guys, 4 Extra had like 50 with him. He had the whole block with him, and it was about to be that, you know what I'm saying? Because 607 Unc had a previous interview with Adam when 4 Extra was locked up, where 607 was saying 4 Extra was suspect up in the county, you know what I'm saying, doing weird stuff after knocking people out, and, you know what I'm saying, kind of just, you know, doing a little extra after that, you know what I'm saying, and it didn't sound good, you know what I'm saying, and 4 Extra took that as disrespect, as he should, you know what I'm saying, because you see 607 Unc, he's kind of like a troll, but he'll talk stuff and not really expect any repercussions. He thinks he's like on the internet all the time or something. You know, this ain't the internet, this is real life. He's really talking about people, and when he meets up with them, it could be smoke, because you just said a whole lot about this person and tried to take out their character, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So that's why 4 Extra was mad, at 607 because he's playing with his name. And so when 607 pulled up to No Jumper to do that, what he thought was just going to be a regular interview and it was going to be all cool, well, he found out. You're saying he effed around and found out because he got confronted by 4 Extra, and it sounds like he almost got threatened, basically. Like he said, his whole life was at risk, basically. It sounded like. So, yeah, 4 Extra wasn't playing with 607, and he had the whole block with him. They say he had 50 dudes with him. Yo, that was about to be some smoke and some action, because, you know what I'm saying, 4 Extra was defending his name and trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring honor to his name. He was about to crash out. And 4 Extra looks like he, you know, he basically said he's the type that will crash out and he won't even care if the police around or anything. He probably don't even care if cameras around. 4 Extra will do that to you, you know what I'm saying? So I think 607 wasn't expecting, you know what I'm saying? He probably forgot what he said. He probably just thought he was talking stuff, but someone really heard his words, what he said, and that person was 4 Extra, and he didn't like what he said. You know what I'm saying? He was playing with his name, and he came to defend himself and defend his honor. So 607, you know what I'm saying? He felt like he was backdoored, though, because the way Adam was all of a sudden out of town, you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of weird, and to me, it does kind of look like a backdoor situation, but I don't think Adam would have played that unless he's being bullied by 4 Extra. If you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't put that past Adam to, you know what I'm saying, be stepped in. He might be in too deep, you know what I'm saying, with who he's dealing with, because he brought 4 Extra around him, but 4 Extra's from the streets. So 4 Extra might have said, you know what I'm saying, might have told Adam what time it was, and Adam said, well, you know what I'm saying, he understands he can't control. I think he's in a situation where he can't control 4 Extra. And he might have been shook himself, and he made sure he was out of town then, because I know he doesn't want that coming down on his name and No Jumper, and he doesn't want that to mess up his business. But it's almost like he didn't have a choice, because he's dealing with the streets now, because he keeps dealing with these people like 4 Extra. And 4 Extra might have, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam kind of knew what was going to happen and dipped out of town to say, look, I ain't had nothing to do with this, because he knew he couldn't stop it, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he knew he couldn't stop it. So maybe that's why Adam was out of town. And then so 607 Unc somehow made it out of there alive. You know what I'm saying? The interview started off pretty regular, but then it got heated up real quick, you know what I'm saying? And it looked like it was about to be smoke, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really blame 4 Extra for what happened. The only thing is, from a business point of view, I mean, I think that kind of fumbled the bag for Adam and No Jumper, because they needed someone like 607 Unc, because that's almost like the new Charleston White. You see, Charleston White was everywhere before. He was all over. Then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what happened, but he's only on a few limited places now, on a few limited platforms. He's not as visible as he once was, Charleston White. So 607 Unc somehow came out of nowhere like he's the new Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? That's how it comes off to me, almost like, you know, they're almost like a similar character where they be saying some wild stuff, you know? And the thing about 607 is he's much more of a better podcaster than 4 Extra. That's the only thing where Adam might have fumbled the bag, because it looked like Adam was getting annoyed with 607, because I saw some other interviews and podcasts with them on it, and Adam looked like he wanted 607 to shut up a few times. That's how it looked. So I think that Adam was annoyed by 607. He must underestimate the draw 607 got, though, because I think 607 could pull in viewers. See, that's the thing where, from a business standpoint, I don't think 4 Extra got that same clout where people are really checking in to see what he got to say. I think people are checking to see what 607 got to say more than 4 Extra. So when it comes down to that, that's where the bag might have been fumbled, because if 607 was going to be a regular guest on No Jumper and was hired as a regular, I think that would have been a lot of money for No Jumper and Adam. And you can't tell me that 4 Extra can bring in that same crowd, because people was tuning in because 607 is like a troll. He's like a crash out. You don't know what's going to fly out his mouth. People is entertained by him. You know what I'm saying? With 4 Extra, not so much. He's just like a street dude, and I think Adam's And No Jumper's like the only ones who really would have gave him a chance anyways, because I don't think nobody would even know who 4 Extra was if it wasn't for No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know what I'm saying? There's some voices that people are going to tune in, like 607. People want to hear what Butter got to say, FBG Butter I'm talking about. People want to hear what Wack 100 got to say. People are starting to want to hear what Brandon, that new dude I know Jumper, want to say. You know what I'm saying? Almighty Suspect, not so much. You know what I'm saying? I kind of put 4 Extra with Almighty Suspect, where he's not necessarily somebody's that people's gonna tune in to see what 4 Extra got to say about anything. I don't think people is really checking for him like that as of yet. I mean, he has a chance to build his name up, but as of right now, 607 was probably a much more profitable person to have on the show. So I think that's where it kind of went wrong for Adam. I don't know if Adam understood that people really would come to check out 607 and what he got to say more than 4 Extra. You know what I'm saying? But Adam was able to make a star out of Crip Mac. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really heard too much about Crip Mac until he was on No Jumper, and then, you know what I'm saying? So I think Crip Mac was much more entertaining than 4 Extra so far, though. So far, I'm not really, 4 Extra, like I said, he needs time to build maybe. But from what I'm seeing, he's not necessarily somebody that's going to bring in a lot of numbers or is a big draw to, you know what I'm saying? I don't see that yet. I don't see that he's developed as a podcaster to, you know what I'm saying? He seems like street and, it's not necessarily got a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things to say that people will respond to. Like 607 will say wild stuff like, this ain't reality, this ain't really reality, and he'll be saying some wild stuff that gets people thinking, and you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff actually makes sense. He might say some left stuff out of nowhere and be like, what he just say? You know what I'm saying? He just said this ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't real or something. It's just weird stuff that I think people is entertained by it. You know what I'm saying? I think people is entertained by it. He's a unique character to have on the show and was actually a good addition to the show. And I think he was going to bring in a lot of views and numbers to the show more than 4 Extra would have brought. So I think that's the only place where Adam might have fumbled the bag, especially if he had anything to do with it. Like I said, if Adam was trying to backdoor Unc, I think that's possible, because I think that, like I said, 4 Extra might have just let Adam know what he was gonna do, and what, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna stop me, you know what I'm saying? So, because Adam might have been shook. That's how I was seeing with Dirk. You know what I'm saying? I thought like Dirk might have surrounded himself around the wrong people to where he got caught up in what, you know what I'm saying, he's going through. He got caught up in that jam by, you know what I'm saying, let's say he's innocent. That's how it looks like, to me, is where he just surrounded himself with people where he can't really say no. Like he said, don't use my card, you know what I'm saying, don't use an OTF card, and they used it anyway. To me, that's almost like, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have the most respect for him, and they was, you know what I'm saying, Dirk didn't really have the power to stop them. You know what I'm saying? They might have been doing what they was going to do and crash out regardless of if Dirk said no or gave him the green light. They wasn't waiting for no green light probably. You know what I'm saying? There was probably smoke and they was going to do what they was going to do. So with 4 Extra, I'm thinking like with Adam, he probably didn't have no say. He couldn't stop him. Just like he admitted, he said, you can't stop me. You know, if I'm going to get my guy, I'm going to get my guy. You know what I'm saying? If it's smoke, it's smoke. Ain't nothing gonna stop him. You know what I'm saying? He'll say he'll take that L and end up in you know what I'm saying, locked up if he got to, and just be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna phase him as long as he got who he was trying to get. So 607 is you know what I'm saying, he's barking up the wrong tree. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he got himself in that situation. I think that, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know what I'm saying, people want to get up with 607 over the things he's saying to people, about people. You know what I'm saying? He's saying some very reckless stuff, and it's when trolling goes wrong. Charleston White was doing the same thing, but for some reason he's able to move around. I think he's seeing that. I think these people like that. These trolls are seeing that, like 6ix9ine and stuff. People able to talk all this stuff and just move around. And for some reason, there's a crowd of people that want to emulate that and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? There's people that actually are seeing this stuff and want to do that. They want to be that and, talk a lot of stuff about people, and then they think that it's cool, you know what I'm saying? They think it's sweet, but it's really not, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say anything about anybody and people ain't gonna just go for that. So I think 607, he might end up, you know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing happened to Charleston, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing happened to 6ix9ine yet. Ain't nothing happened to Woody, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, he just gotta play it smooth, but you know what I'm saying? One of these days, you know, you never know with these people that be trolling too much, you know what I'm saying, you know, talking about people too much. They might end up catching something, you know what I'm saying? They might end up catching, you know what I'm saying, that L or that fade or something, you know what I'm saying? You never know how far it might go, but, you know what I'm saying, you can't just be out here trolling the wrong ones, you know what I'm saying? You might end up slumped or something, you know what I'm saying? So 607, he's saying he quit no jumper. He's saying he's done. He doesn't feel safe there. I don't know if he's gonna sue them. I think there was a situation some years ago where he said the same thing, where he thought he might have got backdoored. I'm not sure if that was him or somebody else, but I think it was him, where he was saying he thought he got backdoored up out of there. He thought it was a setup, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's about it, y'all. Hey, leave a like. Let me get 500 likes on this video, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to Rap HITZ. Also, I'm gonna leave links so you can follow Rap HITZ on social media and all that. Yeah, that's about it. I'm out.